Hi guys and girls, it's Daniel Walsh from Your Property Wealth. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the 3 stages of building wealth. There's only 3 stages. It's very easy to build wealth. And I want to show you how to build that wealth. The thing is, most people don't do this because they think it's too hard. They want to make it too complicated to build wealth when really it's only 3 simple steps. So let me get into it now. Number 1 is income. No surprise. You've got to make an income. When it comes to building wealth, the very first thing you need to do, and most people will be actively building their income streams. So you've got to be building your income streams from a job, from a business, from a side hustle. This is how you start building wealth. You start accumulating income. The more income you accumulate, the more wealth you're going to be able to create, as long as you do the next 2 steps. This is where most people fall apart. They increase their income and then they go out there and buy a car with that income. They don't do the next 2 steps. So step number 2 would be savings. This is where most people go wrong. You've got step number 1 of income, step number 2 of savings. And most people never get to the part of saving. They just continue to try and earn that income. And if they earn more income, they equally spend more of that income. However, we want to put between 30 to 40% of our income into savings. Now, a lot of people will look at this and say 30 to 40%, that's a lot of money to be putting into savings. If you can't put 30 to 40% into savings, then you need to go back to number 1, income, and start increasing your income so that you can save 30 to 40% of your income. That's telling you that you're not earning enough. And if you're not earning enough from your job, maybe you need to go into a side hustle. Maybe you need to learn how to build another income stream, right? Because it all is going to come down to, if you don't build the income, the active income up here, active, then you're never going to be able to save your 30 to 40% because you're not earning enough. So focus on earning more money, go into savings, save 30 to 40%. And then once you can save your 30 to 40%, you need to make sure you do step 3 or this all doesn't work. Step number 3 is investing. Investing is the key. Most people get to savings and they start saving their money, they're hoarding their money, they put it in the bank account, and they're trying to save money because they're so scared of losing that money that they never invest. They think, I'll invest later down the track. I'll invest once I've paid my house off. What you need to be doing is saving money to invest the money, because if you do not invest the money, there's no point in saving the money. If you saved yourself $200,000, you're not going to live for very long off that $200,000. However, if you have investments paying you $50,000 per year, you can continue to live a certain lifestyle on that $50,000 per year because it's reoccurring revenue. So what we need to be doing is investing into assets. And why we are investing into assets? Because over time, in the background when you're sleeping, these assets are going up in value. They're going up. Right? So they're not only going up in value, which is creating you equity, so it's creating you more money in the background for you not having to work, but you're also having the rents go up. So we're seeing the rents go up. Right? So as we see the rents go up, which is the cash flow, our cash flow goes up, our equity goes up, and if we have our equity go up, what are we going to do? Buy more assets. And we're buying more and more assets over the years from the equity going up, and then the cash flow is then paying you in income, which the cash flow eventually is going to replace the active income. So as you can see here, if we just do the income side of things, which this is where most people get stuck, they just do the income, they're focusing on the promotion, they're focusing on earning more money, and then they finally earn more money, but they also equally work out how to spend that money very quickly. They go get the income, they get the pay rise comes out, and then they turn around and go buy a car with that. And then they go buy another car, and then they go buy a boat, then they go buy a bigger house for themselves. And what happens is they're stuck in having to work for the earned income, the active income, but they're not focusing on the saving, which then the saving can focus on the investing. Because at the end of the day, this is the key. If you want to retire, if you want to build wealth, you need to have that wealth building in the background for when you're not even working. And this is how you're doing it. Your earned income is paying for these houses. They're going to be multiplying the houses because the equity over time is going up. You don't need to do anything for the equity. That's time in the market. The equity goes up, you build more investment properties, you buy more investment properties, and then over the years, the equity or the rent goes up, and then you're living off the cash flow. So let's say that you had, I don't know, 100,000 in rent. And then all of a sudden, 10 years later, you've now got $200,000 in rent. You're now collecting $100,000 in rent, putting it in your pocket, which has replaced your job. Or you can continue to build the job income and the side hustle and the business, and then you can keep building the investing side of things and the saving, but you could do it at a lot quicker rate because you have more money to do it with. These are the 3 stages to building wealth. Most people get stuck at the income side because they want to spend the money that they make. Then they get to the saving sides, then they hoard the money because they're worried about losing that money. And what they never do is invest the money. The earlier you invest, the larger the asset base that you hold, the more wealth you'll create in the future, the more cash flow you'll create, and that's how you ultimately retire yourself. If you like my videos, can you please like, share, and comment? And until next time, guys, have a great day.